Hey y'all, what's going on? Today we're gonna be talking about Slate. Slate is a new upcoming automaker company. Um, so I think I think it was founded back in 2022, I believe, and I know Jeff Bezos got a he got a piece in the company. He don't own the company, but he got a piece of the company to help them get started. So he basically invested into the company. So when it comes to new companies like these, right? I know, like you got a company called Rivian. Rivian, they started making pickup trucks. Now I don't think they make pickup trucks anymore because of their sales numbers, and I think it had also, I think it also had something to do with their reliability. But they still make vehicles for Amazon. Um, they started making vehicles for Amazon. I think maybe a year or two back for the delivery vehicles. But let me get on here. So there's there's one thing I like about Slate. They're trying to make a bare bones, affordable vehicle, pickup truck slash SUV. Um, but there's also downfalls depending on how the company is, how the company do when with the sales and customer satisfaction or customer satisfaction. This this company could potentially grow or it could fall. If the vehicles are reliable, right? If it has reliability, um, reliability that's one. Is it simple to work on? That's another thing. Because technicians, they don't like working on anything that's over engineered. And then if usually when things are over engineered, is what costs the consumers when they want to get their car fixed to take it to the shop is the reason why sometimes the price might be a little bit more than it would be with certain other cars because how simple it is to get inside the engine compartment or to get in the door well or to get underneath or whatever you got to do with the vehicle that got to be repaired. I know sometimes Ford over engineered things, and I think they say like Chevy over engineered their what was it, engines or something like that they was saying. But usually, if it's something that's real simple and easy, the job get done faster because you can do it yourself, or you take it to a mechanic and they can do it for you, and they ain't got to worry about upcharging you because it's simple to do, just like that. Take this out, boom, I'm there. Swap, replace. But let's see what they got. So this truck can be anything, even an SUV. So let's see here. You got an SUV there. Hmm. Now, mind you, they don't have bad designs. I give them that. Especially, their prices are starting off around. They was trying to keep it 20,000, but they said that they might have to go mid 20,000, so it might be between 20 or $25,000 for these cars. But these cars to me remind me of Legos, like because you can customize them any way you want to. All these like it's a lot of customization options. It's not just these that I'm showing y'all. There's a little bit more than that. Well, way more than that. But yeah, it's not that bad. I think that's nice. Now, would I ever buy something like this? Probably not. I mean, cause this is all. By the way, this is all electric. There's no gas powered versions of these vehicles, not even a hybrid power version. So me personally, no. Would I test ride one? Yes, but I wouldn't buy one myself. And plus, starting off when they first come out, I still, I would just sit back and just wait to see how everything goes. Because like I said, the reliability part, and most of the time I might do work on my own vehicle, and I need to be a little bit simple to I need something that's simple to work on, and that's how other technicians are. That's how they are too out here. They don't mind doing the job as long as the job is simple. They don't want to do all this and do all that, and they got to upcharge the customer because they put a battery by the wheel well. Besides putting the car battery where by the engine, right, right next to it. Some car batteries are in the back of the vehicle. Hold on, what was that? That's some crap that Home Depot will probably do. Looks like a Home Depot vehicle. But anyway, let me scroll down here. Great cars got too pricey. We fixed that. You can reserve this for $50. Um, like I said, the price is mid 20s, so it's probably like I said, it might be $25,000. Like I said, you can reserve your spot, hold your spot in line. No need to design anything yet. We'll let you know when it's time to order. Later, make it yours. When it's time to order, pick your battery and pre-install accessories like wraps or a SUV kit. And this is why I say it look like Legos to me. Um, Anytime, add and swap. Use the Slate marker to pick and swap accessories whenever you want, even after you own it. And that's another thing. After you own the car, you don't have to be stuck with the car that you have. You can always call them up. You might want to get a roof. You may want to get maybe the bumpers, a different bumper. You may want to just get the car wrapped. Change the color of the car, change the style of it. And they'll send you it. If you want to do it yourself, they'll send it to you. You can do it. Now I don't know if they're gonna have dealerships though, but maybe they'll tell us in the article. And you can customize the interior of it too. Like I said, you can customize the bumper. I mean, it's not that bad, y'all. But since they starting off, gotta see how reliable they are. It's a blank slate, no pun intended. You call the shots. We believe you should decide how to spend your money, not us. So while other auto companies make bigger, pricier feature packed cars, we make we made a blank slate, a vehicle in its essential form without all the unnecessary stuff that adds to the price tag. Less clutter, more useful. It's a blank canvas for personalization. so you can get exactly the slate you want with the stuff you want at the price you want. All right, so basically, with this car, well, with this automaker as a whole, there's transparency. They want to make their customers happy. And I notice a lot of automakers don't do that. There's no transparency. It's basically we want to sell what we think the customers want, not we should sell what they want. And what customers want is a more affordable vehicle, especially pickup trucks. Pickup trucks is crazy. The prices for pickup trucks are now insane. They lost their goddamn minds. Is what I'm gonna say. But just go for a used one. Is what I would say. Just go for a used truck. You ain't gotta worry about taking a big fat depreciation hit. But overall, I know I have someone I know it. He don't like the Slate models. He said they look all ugly and plus he don't like EVs. But if this is successful, I didn't even see this part. Reservations are filling fast. $50, secure your spot in line. Oh, so a lot of people is going for it. Hmm. Let's see here. Refreshingly uncluttered. The interior the interior celebrates personal space and comfort with the intuitive feel that that's elegant, simple yet memorable, and above all else useful. Sorry, y'all. Maybe I need glasses. Let's see what y'all see. Look, so that's the wraps. To wrap your car and stuff like that with and everything. So it got a front trunk or a frunk. Now with this, right, the infotainment, you don't need that in the truck if you don't want to. Because I know some people they don't want infotainment in their trucks. They just want the truck itself. Maybe the heated and cool system in the truck. But they don't really want the heated seats, the heated steering wheels, and all the other stuff. They just want a truck that can do what they wanted to do. That's what most people want in today's Chevys, Fords, Tundras, Tacomas, Colorados, etc. They want they want it to be a simple vehicle, not not paying for all the tech that they don't really need it for. Now I don't know if this thing can haul though, because this thing is kind of small. So yeah, like I said, it's an EV. Service charging easy. From convenient local service with repair power to access to Tesla superchargers, the largest nationwide network of fast chargers. We're looking to make Slate ownership easy and accessible. How is Slate stacks up? Well, it's a little bit smaller than the Maverick. Um, Same height wise, but just a little bit smaller in length. That's a Colorado. And what does it say? A 1985 Toyota SR5 pickup truck. So a little bit bigger than the 1985 Toyota pickup truck. Let's see what this says. Chrysler Pacifica. I do not like the Pacifica at all. I don't. That's the only thing Chrysler make nowadays. They need to give that up. Jeep Wrangler two door, a little bit bigger than that. And then you got the Kia Soul, bigger than that too. So if you want any information on this, you can put your email in. Um, so there's a lot more coming. New features, fresh drops, big updates. Leave your email and we'll keep you one step ahead. No spam, just good stuff. So yeah, that's the website. Oh, they got gears too. But yeah, that's the website, y'all. Like I said, I mean, me personally, I would just wait. I mean, I'm not really the type of guy that like to jump on the hype train, especially for automotive vehicles and stuff like that. And most importantly, startup companies. I like to give it some time, assess everything, see how everything goes, um, watch their sales numbers, um, reports, anything, recalls. Um, I'm hoping it does good. And the reason why I'm hoping this company do well is so they can stick it up to all the other auto companies because the median car price is $50,000, and a lot of people, a lot of people. Let me just be honest, right? Motorcycles, bicycles are the cheapest thing to own. Motorcycles are easy to maintain. They're easy to do maintenance on. But if you live in the cold climate, you're not gonna want a motorcycle, right? If it's too hot outside, you may not want to ride your motorcycle. If you have kids or a family, you not where you gonna put them on a motorcycle at? So a motorcycle, even a bicycle, if you have a family or you don't like the cold, you don't like uh, the hot weather, you're not gonna want to ride those things. You want to ride in something that's comfortable, that you can listen to. You get in your car, listen to music, you riding, you vibing, you're taking a field trip, vacation. You want to stay cool in the summer, and you want to stay warm in the winter. And then also going to the grocery store, maybe going to Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? You need to put stuff in your vehicles. So I know some people saying, "Oh, people always want to buy a car. Just get a motorcycle and this and this and that. This is why you should get a motorcycle." And I'll be looking at them like, I like motorcycles. I don't mind riding a bicycle, or getting on a scooter, but it's a time to use it, and it's a time you can't use it. If you're going all the way from maybe New York to New Jersey, you gonna ride a bicycle from New York to New Jersey? Same thing with a motorcycle. I mean, yeah, you can. It'll get you farther and faster. But what if you gotta take your grandma with you? You gonna have her on the back of your motorcycle while you riding it? What if you got kids with you? It might be your grandma and her two grandbabies. So Trust me, yo, I love motorcycles. I love motorcycles. I just got started into motorcycles last year, but yeah, Slate. Hopefully the company succeeds. Hopefully, I'm not gonna wish down on anybody. Not even because like if I had a company, I would want to succeed too. But yeah, this is mainly trying to stick it up to the man. Hopefully they don't get greedy because let's say they do get popular, they making a lot of tons and tons of money. Hopefully they don't get greedy. They just stick to their market strategy because I feel like this is the market. I always tell people you could be a person that's trying to sell an item for 125, right? It could be another company that's selling that same item that you're selling, just a different brand because it's in their name for $100. Who gonna sell more? Because guess what? The people that selling that item for $100, they gonna make more than you because it just think it's strategy. A lot of people gonna go for a lot of people gonna want to save $25, so they gonna go for the $100 item, not the $125 item. So that company in the long run is gonna make more than the company that's making $125. This company, if they're successful, they gonna make more money in the long run than companies like Ford, Chevy, Toyota. Who else? Dodge. Who else make trucks and SUVs?